So here is a brief rundown of the syllabus. Again, it is your responsibility to go through and actually look at each learning plan and come to class prepared. But to give you the heads up, each chapter, again, should be read before each class so that you can actively participate, and your participation points are based on that. So for the first week, this would be a list of things that you need to have completed. Review the core syllabus, Blackboard, read the two chapters, chapters 1 and 2, and then on the right-hand side, this is where any assignments that are due, whether it, like in this, for February 6th, we're going to watch the Alaskan Bush People, Paradise, because we're talking about culture. And I like to have fun in class. I think we can learn and still have fun. How we do this is really up to you guys. But in this instance, you'll see that this is a written analysis, 2 to 3 pages without the APA cover letter, or cover page, excuse me, or the reference page. So if you add those two in, it's a minimum of 4 to 5 pages that you need with the cover page and the reference page, APA formatting. And again, if there's something due, like the PAT 1A will be due on February 13th, and you will see that written right here. Again, Chapter 4. Now, this is something I'm trying new this semester, rather than having everybody write a paper every week. You guys are kind of my guinea pigs, so don't let me down. So we are going to be discussing society. Each student needs to bring in a printed material that would apply to the chapter of society. For example, and again, printed material can be from a website, a newspaper, something with, I don't want it off of a Facebook post, nothing of that nature. But for example, there's different societies around the world. So, New Guinea, Malaysia has a very interesting culture. I know they have different rituals that they have to use, or they don't have to, that they choose to use. If you look at specific Native American tribes, or South Africa versus North Africa, these are just a couple of things that you could do to bring in the printed material. And again, each week there will be a quiz that's due. Everything is due Sunday night at 11:59 p.m. No exceptions. The in-class, because you're not writing anything, so for the in-class discussion, is actually due by 9 o'clock on Monday evening, because you are going to be participating in class. So therefore, that printed document with your name on it has to be turned in to me at the end of class. That is how you will actually take care of that. You could also scan it and send it to me on Blackboard. Either way, on Blackboard, you will have to submit something. You might have to add a comment that said, I completed this and handed it in to you in class. So we'll go into that a little bit further. So again, this gives you a very detailed look of what we're going to do. Again, I like to bring in the real world. I like to have fun, and I really think that we can have fun learning. Sociology covers any topic in the world, and it applies everywhere. So it is of great importance regardless of what area you're going into. So we will be covering some great topics. Spring break is noted there. I will have a guest speaker come in for sexuality and society. There will be some other things. You'll have, like I said, a presentation. There's going to be two presentations. So if you look through this, you will see the various things that I have assigned. Now, note that some of these are on Netflix, so it's not for you to watch at home. It's for us to watch in the classroom. So being in the class will either make or break your grade in this class. And another note is that all work must be turned in prior to May 1st. Otherwise, you'll receive a 0. That includes the quizzes through Chapter 19, which is religion. because the quiz, after chapter 19, you have to have those completed by May 17th, again at 11:59, as well as, so that, excuse me, a tongue-tied, so that the final exam study guide can open. So the final exam is open book, like I said before. You're allowed to take it. We will not have a class on May 22nd, so I expect your final exam to be completed by 9 p.m. on May 22nd. For that reason, the study guide will open at May 18th at 1 a.m., which is why the quizzes close on May 17th at 11:59. So be sure to work through that study guide for your final exam and you'll do great. And as I mentioned previously, under course information is where you're going to find the syllabus. And now if we jump to the learning plans, you will see on the very top, this is a PAT. This perfect paper example, read and review. I highly recommend that you do that. This will show you the complete layout, the correct APA formatting, and the content that this student brought to class. This is a perfect example. I very rarely give out full credit, but this was on target, on point, and has sociological references as well as a correct format. So be sure to review that, print it out. It's actually a very interesting paper. And I should note, it was done by a high school senior during the summer that was 17 years old. So anybody can do it. Just follow directions and review her work. Again, if you click on each learning plan, for instance, let's open up Learning Plan 0. This will give you different items that, here's your quiz. Just noted that I have to update this so you can take it, but to do these first, this is the first thing that you need to do. When you go to the discussion board, you need to make sure that you actually copy and paste from here down. So just copy that and paste it and put it into the discussion board so you don't miss any questions. And then answer the questions underneath. If you miss one of these questions, you will get 0. So you must answer all 7 questions. Now if I go back to, scroll down here a little bit, plagiarism document, again, you need to review this. It will be on the Learning Plan 0 quiz, as well as the APA template. Use that, print it off, and refer to it often. And I'm just going to jump real quick into Chapter 1, which will basically give you what we plan on doing. So your quiz would be here at the bottom, give you the competencies and objectives. And then it's very important that you take the time and watch these short videos for each chapter. It's either a video or a PowerPoint. They're usually 10 or 15 minutes. They're not very long, but they're a great resource and you will be tested on them. So let me jump to a different one. We'll go further down a little bit if my computer will work with me. And pretty much the same thing. I try to do an outline. Here is your PAT 1A draft. Be sure to review each of these files. These attached files gives you instructions, the APA template, how to use a peer review guide. That's very, very important. We jump into, just trying to pick one, social interaction. We will be doing a PAT. You'll be writing a paper, not a PAT. And here, again, I give you attached files for your review. There's a PowerPoint. Again, these are great PowerPoints. Take the extra time to really understand. It'll give you a good grasp on the content and help you better understand the book. The quiz, obviously, and then the discussion paper. Now, things to look at when we watch Survivor in class. Here's just a few things to look at. Now you can bring in other aspects, but these are just suggestions. And then I also included, in this instance, different episodes that you can watch of Survivor. Now this is the first Survivor Borneo, the first one before it became more televised. So that's basically it in a nutshell. Again, you can have a lot of fun in this class. I am looking forward to meeting each and every one of you, and let's put our sociological hat on and have some fun. Well, I could have some bun too, but I'm not really hungry. Okay, that was a bad pun. But we can have fun. But one thing that you'll probably hear me say 100 times over is respect each other and put yourself in the shoes of somebody else, because you do not know what they've been through or how they were raised. So just be respectful, come to class prepared, and let's have a great semester. Looking forward to meeting all of you.